I guess it happened about literally 20 years ago or so. Unfortunately, I found myself in a rehab in Allentown, Pennsylvania, suffering from what they called addiction. And, as I stated in my story, I thought I had a moral deficiency, and I had, found myself by myself, and kind of just in a hopeless state of mind. People were on edge. People were coming off of alcohol and prescription drugs and heroin and cocaine. It wasn't the easiest, and I remember our counselor gathering us at one part of the day and bringing us down, introducing us to this gentleman who he said his name was Bart, and he was there, and he wanted to know if we were interested in running a marathon. And looking back on that day, I still can't help but to laugh. I'm thinking, my God, what did this guy want, or what did he expect of us? Here we are, these drug addicts and alcoholics, and again, not to sound redundant like I put in the story, but we run from life, and we run from the police, and we run from our friends. And he was talking about running as a team and doing this 20 or 25 mile marathon. And I thought, man, is this guy crazy? Because to be honest, originally that's why I did it. I was doing it just to get out of the rehab, and but something happened out there. As I stated again in my story, there was some type of magic that was happening in the parkway prior to the marathon. The training itself, we started to become a team. And I remember him telling us, it wasn't so much about the competitive nature of it and the time, just complete the race, and it's ironic because that's what I'm looking to do in this half marathon, is just complete the race. It literally, running for me is a very big part of my recovery. Day in and day out, it helps me to keep things in perspective. It helps me to put things in perspective. The form of meditation that it gives me is just incredible. I'm a small business owner, and I have a small child and a new fiance and children from another marriage. Life becomes hectic. It becomes stressful. One thing I can absolutely count on is I know, like my sponsor used to tell me in recovery, when I get to feeling a certain way, go to a meeting. The fellowship in recovery is about a 12-step program. Not only do I do that, but I make sure that a run is priority on the list. Absolutely. I believe that meeting Bart on that day was truly divine intervention. God sent, if you will. Now that I've been running for some time, I'm always looking to push it forward to the next guy, and based on what, the feelings that I get from running, what it does for me. Started reading into the literature that was on the website and the half marathon, coming back home, because I'm a native Allentonian, so to speak. I did a lot of research on Runner's World, and I knew somehow Bart was affiliated with it. I just felt as if it would have been an awesome experience. It was the opportunity for me to take my running to the next level. I started really aggressively training over a year ago, and then it was a short time thereafter that I started seeing the advertising for the half marathon. And I sat with my family, my fiance, and which I have to say were a real big part of my training. They were understanding to my wants and my needs with the diet and the sleep and the running. They were just phenomenal. But really just bringing it back home, I stumbled many a times. Relapse is certainly a part of my story. Relapse is a lot of times a big part of recovery. It can be that relapse that gives you the jarring experience that sets you on track. don't lose hope. I mean, the message, you know, that if I can convey any message is hope.